Good morning, everybody. Well, wherever you are, good morning, good evening, good night, whatever it needs to be, or happens to be. So we're moving on to clearing out the grout and stuff, just to reveal the skulls. As you can see, some here and there and there. They're everywhere. But we're going to reveal them all and get this thing to the point of where it will need to be undercoated and painted. I'll probably undercoat it just to seal it all up, and then put it aside and make the next part, which will be a new piece of terrain. And that'll be the next continuation on for this video, which will be part 3, and we'll just keep going, I think. As I said, I'm thoroughly enjoying building these, and I'm just going to keep going. Why not? Into December. I've got some other projects I want to do in December, but I think I'm enjoying building terrain the most right now. There's a bit of a break from painting. Anyway, I will continue cracking on. I'm just going to use the scalpel or a little bit of a hard bristle brush and try to get in everywhere and clean them up. I'm not going to clean this stuff out for the skulls or anything on the big ones, as they really do add a bit of character. On Facebook, someone said, "Oh, is this supposed to be like a giant or something who's fallen or whatever, and they've become part of the terrain?" Yep, perfect. That's exactly what I want it to look like. So I'm gonna keep cracking on with it, and thank you for everybody for the likes and shares and comments, and on here and on TikTok and the Insta and Facebook. I do have to create an account for Facebook that isn't just my own private account, but yeah, this is I'm rather enjoying this. It's just been a great project, and I frigging love this. Yeah. Anyway, I'll crack on, and you'll see this when I've cleared off all the skulls, which is going to probably be a while. So I shall return. I'm going to suggest this for anybody who's possibly copying along with what I'm doing, or possibly does this. Don't do the tile grout thing and cover the skulls, because they're actually a real shit to have to find and clear them out. Like, that could be a skull. If you look at this one right here, that could be a skull right there. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to poke and prod at it to see if it is. Or if you are going to put these in, take photos so you know where they all are, because sadly I didn't. Which is what I think I'll have to do next time, because they do look good when you've like just scraped a little bit off. They look like they're perfectly situated and been just revealed, rather than, you know, just sitting there. So next time, if I'm going to do this, I will take photos first. But no, this is taking a lot longer than I wanted to, because of the fact I'm having to use this old airbrush poking thing and some normal brush, wire brush, scalpel, just to clip away. I know there is a couple up here I've got to find, and the bug. They might be under so much tile grout now that I might not be able to find them. Well, that looks like one, but it's, again, there could be just a bit of tile. Yeah, that looks like one right there. But you know what I mean? It's fun. So I just did the whole spiel of how I find these skulls and show you how to reveal them and stuff. But I forgot to hit record, didn't I? Very smart boy. Alright. So yeah, when you find one, or you think you found one, you just slightly start scraping away around it with this airbrush pin, and as you can see, we'll start to get. I'm using my finger, sorry, to hold on to it. We'll start to get, just try to flick it. There we go. Add a bit of an eye, so you got what looks like a skull. Hard bristle brush. Get all the debris away. And there we go. We found it. And all these big bits here, you can actually flick a bit of it away. Might help if I show. And there you go. You can start to poke and prod at these areas. And what you want to do is just poke and prod. If you start to see white, that means you've hit tile grout and it's nothing there. But I hate that I'm having to do this. As I said, if I had taken a bloody photo, I wouldn't have to do this. But anyway, I'm sorry if you just heard my stomach rumble just then. It's lunchtime, so I'll stop for now and go off and have some lunch and then come back to this. I'm angry with myself for not filming. Okay, so I found as many as I could. Revealed as many as I could. And any more, I don't know. I sort of given up. There might be some here and there, but I've done my best. Next time, as I said, I'll have to take some pictures. That's one right there. Did I just... Yeah. Yeah, next time I'll take pictures, but I would suggest doing so for your own sanity. Is that one right there too? Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Next I'll probably start another one and put this one aside. And yeah, we'll do another bit of terrain from scratch. Alright, so we're back to the starting phases for the next boards. We're going to do some 2 medium-sized ones. I've got 1 and 2, and then we're going to do another big one here. I found a jawbone from my Halloween mask that I completely forgot I got, and I got 2 extra jawbones there, so I can use them on some different things. And yeah, we'll make some more of these. Yeah, 1 more large and do 2 mediums as well, and then we'll probably do a couple of small ones, and then I will have to basically try to see if I can find more skulls. I do have a few more in the bag, so there is still a few more things we can make, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. But this is what I'm working with right now. I don't want to use too many too fast, and I'll have to wait for more GWs to skulls to come as I've ordered them. Yeah, so we'll get at least to the stage of what is it? Probably just before the texturing when I put the skulls in, just before I do the sand and everything to texture it all up. So yeah, let's continue. Decided to make some more sort of interesting shapes this time around, so we've gone for like a triple sort of skulls all together and one that's slightly off tilt and so on, and we've gone for sort of the classic one. The jaw is in this part here, as you can see, so it'll be something different going on with that one, and bits and pieces that were just sort of stacked or whatever. And then we've got a double stack and just a standard sort of skull, and then I did this super glue and bicarb soda on there, and it's all over my it ran down between my fingers. I can't, like, if I'm worried, I had to keep them open like this so they didn't glue together, so I'll have to go wash my hands. But the next thing will be to start filling in spaces with polystyrene and stuff. It's not going to be that tall, but you know what I mean. So I'll have to start finding some polystyrene. So we'll just see where we're at. I think I've got some here somewhere, hopefully. And we finished filling this up with polystyrene. As you can see, I've gone for like a really big spire one in this case, and 3 skulls are going to be enclosed. This will trim it all down once it's filled with some. I'll put some filler on it and really give it some more rigidity. Because right now the polystyrene, when you break it apart, it goes everywhere, and it's static too. So it's statically charged, I should say. Sorry, I just knocked over a bag behind me. This one again, just lots of. Oh, I got a gap to put in there. But lots of different shapes and sizes of polystyrene just to make something different. And again, this will all be trimmed up and sized down and made to look like rock. We've got a nice texture at least there, and this big one with the jaw piece in it. We'll go around that way. Again, this isn't probably as tall as it, or maybe it will be this tall, I don't know. We've got the 2 skulls there, and go around to this one. I had to use some skewer things just to keep it all, make sure it's all sticking together. Yeah, the jaws in there too. Yeah, and we'll get some I don't know, I might cut sort of way to put some those smaller skulls up in the larger, up in the larger bits, and then again that'll have the small skulls from G-Dub plastered everywhere through it. But I will take photos this time to give me an easier search to find them all. Yeah, that's where we're at. I'm probably going to make another medium one to have 2 large, 3 medium, and then I'll probably make 4 sort of small ones. They're about, say, the size of, say, a CD sort of shape, so probably about that big, maybe 10 centimeters round. Don't know what that is in inches or anything, but yeah, that's where we're at. So we'll keep going. I'm going to leave these to dry just to make it easier so that when I do spackle them or hit them with filler, they're far more rigid, because if I touch these at the moment, this whole bit could just fall down or whatever, so we'll leave it alone for a while. So I just want to show you these. We're moving on to, this is one of the smaller ones, so it's not the size of my hand, you know, so it's a decent sized piece of terrain. Should have brought a mini out to show you because I'm outside at the moment. So yeah, we'll just sand in these. I bevel the corners down a bit just to give the minis a chance to get up on them. But yeah, we've got these other, got 3 more around about the same size, and 1 medium sized one again, just to shake them up, give them all a different sort of shape. But yeah, we'll get them all sanded up, and then we'll get all these with the skulls glued on and start hacking up polystyrene to match the ones that I've currently done. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. I'm enjoying doing this, as I said, and these smaller ones, yeah, they only have a couple of, like, just a small something on it, or a little skull, and a lot more sort of outer edge. I think maybe even this one might have a little bit of something smaller on it, because the other ones I've tended to have gone a bit larger terrain. So yeah, let's do it to it. Alright, so for this day, we've that one is, again, like the complete finishing. This is the one, as I said, I'm doing a size comparison, as you can see. So we've got the original. This wasn't supposed to be this big, and yeah, the jaw is just made me. I don't know what possessed me to make it this big, but it is this big now. This, yeah, sticks to hold bits of it together. I don't know what possessed me, but it is now this big, and it's huge. There's big god jawbone, you know, I guess, and the top of it looks pretty good. Again, we'll hit that with some gap filler and everything tomorrow. Alright, so I'll get that one out of the way. And we've got this small one here. Again, this one I'm trying to fill the gap and everything. It's sitting on this because I had to lean it backwards to let it dry for a bit so everything would stay stuck together. So that's just this is on one of the smaller ones. And it's just we'll carve away at that once I get some filler in it, so that it'll give a bit more rigidness to it. This one we got a hollowed skull. I thought, why haven't I done this yet? Just a hollowed skull with a bit of, well, again, that just gives it a bit of structure, but by the time we put dirt and everything on it, it'll look great. And on the inside, yep, great, just a little bit of terrain. It's got some sight on it that's got, you know, build up a little bit in there, I think. Maybe I might put flame in there to actually make it so you might be able to shoot out the eyes. I might do that. Okay, and then we got the 3 heads on just the small one. This one I really like. It's a skull. Obviously, it's just been whatever happened to this giant, or whatever they are, titans, whatever they are. It obviously ended with the back of their face being smashed on this pointy rock, and it's forever just been left there, jammed on. And I don't know why, I just thought, oh, that looks great. And yeah, again, we've got 3 heads in a rock, and then another sort of giant jetting rock. sorry, just got to turn it. With a medium-sized skull on it. I like the big jetting rock. Looks good. You can't really walk between it, but you could, you know, just a quick pass through there. You know, I might end up, oops, sorry, moved your way. I might end up trimming that bit off actually. But anyway, yeah, you can use that. Oh, mistake. I just hit it against me then, and it just took a huge chunk out of it. Oh well, that makes it interesting looking. Once again, the floor is an absolute mess with this polystyrene. It's everywhere. I need the skull light. Okay, yeah, we've done that. Okay, this one here. Again, this is just a small sort of mountainy bit, medium-sized skull, big rock area. Yeah. So this one again, it's just a standard sort of blocking space one. By the time we get all the little skulls in there, it'll be really good. This one I'm really happy with because I just thought I want one more medium space so that we end up with 2 large, 3 mediums, and 4 small. And I really like this. I like this idea of this half moon skull thing just sitting there. It's probably inspired by some video game iconography or something. Sorry, I got a bit tongue-tied. Iconography. Yeah, I love that. And I want to take a photo with a mini standing on that rock in front of this. There's some red light behind it. I'll have to get myself a smoke machine. I've been eyeing off one of those, you know, little smoke machines you can get, those hand ones, but they're really expensive. But anyway, that's where we're at. And again, this is all just the sort of first wave of this kind of terrain. I've still got some skulls. One big one, one medium, and then about 4, maybe to 6 of the small ones. So when I do work on the next bit, which is the castle, well, the broken bits of some kind of fort or castle or something, that will be at least have a few skulls in it, and this terrain can be mixed in with it as well. So, you know, that fort or castle will have, as I said, probably a few additions of having the oil refinery equipment added in, so I can always add in the tanks and all the different equipment for an oil refinery stuff, which I did change my mind about. I'll probably will have the bits of steel and everything like that in it. Whether or not I make them removable, I don't know. But yeah, oh, can't see this big bugger up. Come on, come on! Oh, there we go. Yep. And sorry, you're looking at random shit then. But yeah, there we go. So, has it gotten out of hand? No. But are they all going to match and everything like that? That's the point of making it all together in one big hit, that they'll all match color-wise and everything. So this one here is ready to be painted, and all the others, they'll be ready to go just next. Goddamn polystyrene. It's one thing if, yeah, as you can see under there, we've got at least a bag full of this stuff still to use before I would have to go out and buy some extruded polystyrene, and beggars can't be choosers, and I'm willing to use this stuff because it was free, and it does give me, look at this one, it gives me that sort of interesting texture there. And I think there's another bit on the side wall here. It does give you some really interesting looking textures here, there, and everywhere. So yeah, when it's all painted up, did it again, it'll be great. Anyway, once again, thank you for watching. This video will go up soon, and even though life is a bit up and down at the moment, I am still enjoying this, and I do look forward to doing this every day. Hopefully, you can look at maybe making these and selling them, or if I could find... Oh, well, the next thing is to possibly, because I finally got myself a iPad pencil, is to maybe sculpt my own skulls so I can 3D print this stuff in the future and make this stuff more often to sell it. So we'll see what happens. Thank you very much for watching. If you could please like, share, subscribe, all those good things. And I'll see you later. Or I'll see you around the bend. Cheers.